Hi, it's been such a long time since I've shared a video or anything on YouTube. So this is kind of weird. I'm completely out of practice, but I post a lot more on my Instagram. I got to a place with YouTube after having kids. I just haven't had any time to film without them screaming in the background. But I also, I've collected a lot of skincare and I wasn't sure how to share what I was using. It was easier on Instagram because I could share a story of a haul or a quick review here and there, but then I know that those stories really aren't saved. It's hard to view. So if you're trying to look for a review in depth, you're not gonna find it clearly on my Instagram. So I wanted to start YouTube again, and I had some time today. And I guess I have a mishmash of things I want to talk about, but I guess the most exciting are the Biologique Recherche concealer and the new Chanel blushes from the autumn 2023 collection. I'm horrible. The Equinox blushes, Beige Rose at Mauve and Beige Rose at Coral. I have a brush in here, but yeah, I've swatched these I swatched them for my Instagram, and that's kind of why the embossing is a little bit messed up, but these are beautiful. So I just kind of wanted to show you what they look like, and just kind of share with you skincare I've been using. This is such a crazy video, so I just feel so disorganized. I also have the new formulations of the BR cleansers, the Late SR and the Late Dermal S. I guess I wanted to share everything. I don't even know how this video is gonna go. I'll have timestamps below, hopefully, if I'm that organized. And then I also have the prequel skincare from I can't remember her name. She's a dermatologist who shares information on YouTube, but I have her line. I don't have the moisturizer. It's been sold out for a long time. Yeah, I have a lot. So oh gosh, maybe I can share my skincare routine in a different video. That's what I'll do. So if you would like to see more in-depth information about the BR cleansers, I still use BR, but I've been before I knock everything over, but I've been really loving SkinCeuticals CE Ferulic. I had never tried this product. I've tried a bunch of other dupes, or the Pro Heal from IS Clinical, and then Altreno. This is prescription tretinoin. This is my second tube, and this is the larger one. I've been using Tret every night. I've been using CE Ferulic every morning. I also got my hands on the Biorepeel peel, which I've been doing series of. I did a series of PRX, and those I did on myself. I'm a nurse, so I felt comfortable doing that, but please go see your esthetician or a medical provider to go to do those peels for you. But anyway, I feel like I have so much to share. So if you have any priority or things that you want to see immediately, and I have the ultraviolet sunscreens, the EV sunscreen, the new UV Immune 400. I just have so much stuff. I feel like a hoarder. So I think right now I'm gonna just do makeup because I already have skincare on. Okay, so let's talk about this concealer. I hadn't been using any base makeup. I have some foundations that I really love, like the Clé de Peau, the foundation, the Chantecaille cushion. Those are my main two favorites. Also the BR tint. And when I'm using foundation, I'll just put that under my eye. But if I'm not using any foundation and I want some coverage underneath my eyes, I'll sometimes just reach for a foundation and just put it in that area and nothing on the rest of the face. But I kind of was in the mood to buy a concealer, so I bought these the same weekend. I forgot that this was gonna launch and that I was gonna buy it immediately, and the day before I had gone to the mall looking for a concealer. I was at Macy's, and I was just tucked into the Lancome. I don't know how I feel about the Lancome. I don't really love it, but I'm sure you can find like a million reviews on this. This is like thin. It's a good consistency compared to like others that I was touching. I just am not sure. So I'm not gonna, I guess I can do it. I'll just swatch them. So this is the BR concealer. It's in the shade 1. It's the lightest shade. I think they have 4 or 3 shades right now. But they are coming out with more. I think this is not light enough, but they are coming out with more shades, I think, in the new year. It's a beautiful, I think this is like, it's a beautiful like frosted glass. You can see the expiration here. It says 3/2026. It's 12-month shelf life, which I think is pretty generous. Is that? Oh my god, I can't even read this one. I'm gonna go cross-eyed. I honestly can't even see what this one says. 5 mils of concealer in here, and I'm just kind of checking to compare. I honestly can't even read this. Okay, well, so here is the shade, and then here's, I might as well just compare it since I have it, and they are pretty close shades. This is the Lancome Tainted concealer in Bisque N62W00260. I don't know. And this is the shade 1, like I said. The Lancome is a bit darker. I'm not sure how I feel about these colors. They're a little bit peachy for me. And peachy things on me tend to be a little, tend to oxidize and look a little darker. So the consistency of the BR is so nice. It's thin. It goes over like your dry skin beautifully. It does not, like, all the times I've used it, it has not emphasized any dryness. It has not creased. It's beautiful. But there's like that, it dries fast. So it's recommended to apply it on top of an eye cream. And you want to blend fast. And if you are familiar with the BR tint, I know that pills a lot on people. And my trick with that, because I love that stuff, I use that probably more than anything that I have here, like my bases. I use that more than anything. And the trick for me is applying my skincare, not letting it set before I go in with that, and then I also mix that with something emollient so that it's got more time before it sets. And this concealer is kind of that same fast drying texture. It's honestly beautiful versus the Lancome kind of like dries. So like this BR tint, it dries so nice. Like it's a little, I don't want to say it's tacky, but it's gonna stick to your skin. The Lancome kind of dries to like a powder finish and is like powdery, like a particle, where the BR concealer is more like I don't want to say glycerin, but like, because I don't even know what is in it. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I really like it. I'm so impressed. I was a little bit iffy. Anyway, so I'm gonna use my this is the Hermes bronzer in the lightest shade. This is another thing I've been loving a lot, but I'm gonna use this as a mirror. One thing that I don't like about this concealer is the inside is wide, and I feel like it doesn't stop any of that liquid. and I feel like if you hold it upside down, it's gonna pour out. I don't like that at all. I wish they made it tighter, because then you would have less of this. You don't even need much, but I'm gonna just do a dot on each side. And this is not the type of concealer that you want to let it sit for a while. You want to go ahead and start blending. And I don't like full coverage, so you'll see me kind of like swipe a little bit, but I apply everything with my fingers. And excuse my nails, I was off for the summer. I'm a school nurse, and so I ruined it with a dot here, but I just love the coverage. And I guess I will layer it to see if it's buildable for anyone else out there, but I normally just stop at one layer. But anyway, I was anxious to go back to work, not in a good way, and bit all my nails off. I love it. If you're lighter than me and you're looking for a brightening concealer, or brightening color in this, I would maybe wait. So here's one layer, and I'll come in a little bit closer. I don't see any creasing. I don't even set this. It's amazing. Not emphasizing any dry patches, dry skin, dehydration. I don't have many wrinkles under my eyes, but I do get like I do get some dry skin. And I know when a concealer doesn't look great, because it does emphasize, like, I have like dots under my eyes, not milia or anything like that. It's just the skin texture. It will emphasize those and make it look dry. Anyway, so this builds beautifully. I don't think that it provided any more coverage. I think this is probably as much coverage as you're gonna get. Let me do one more. I'll do one more on this side, and that's it. Actually, I feel like it built really well. I think you can build to like medium. It's not going to be like spackle full coverage for you. And I'm just going over my eye just a little bit. I love it so far. I'm really impressed. But what else is new? I love BR. But I will say I have been using less of their skincare lately. I'm on a journey to spend less on skincare and overall, but I don't know how well that's actually happening. So that's the concealer. I would say it wears well. I did notice I try to like take out, I don't want the eye boogers in my eyes. I do that a few times during the day, especially lately at work. It's a lot of like cleaning up old messes and looking at the computer and all that. And I feel like when I have done that, a little bit of it like may have like wiped off. But besides that, it lasts well during the day. I feel like the people who are going to be interested in this concealer are the people who are loving BR skincare, who already love the BR tint, who want something more natural looking on the skin. And I feel like you will be happy with this concealer if that's you. I am not like convinced about like any like eye care claims or whatever they make. I don't even know what they say. 2-in-1 eye perfecting treatment that immediately conceals signs of fatigue and works over the long term to reduce them. to reduce fatigue. Day after day, the eye contour looks more radiant and rested. The long-lasting fluid texture fuses with the skin for a flawless natural finish. Recommended for tired skin instance. Thank you. I'm tired. I am tired. Anyway, I feel like it does a really good job. There is radiance under there, under my eyes. It doesn't look dry. It doesn't look powdery. It kind of does look radiant, and I don't have to set it, which is what I love about this. I think people are going to be pleasantly surprised with this. The only drawback is it's pretty expensive. I think it was like $80-something or something like that. But I'm a stan for BR tint stuff. Like I will buy anything BR tint related. Also, I'm not going to share that because it might not be, well, anyway, I think BR is going to reformulate their tint to not pill so much in the future. So if you were one of those people who were disappointed by that texture, you'll be happy to know that they're working on that, I believe. And the people who already love it, I bet it's just going to get better. Yeah. So on to, let's just move right on to the blushes. I am not going to put any other base makeup on, and I guess I'll skip bronzer in case if anyone is interested to see this bronzer on my skin. I know it looks light. I adore this bronzer. I adore the shade. I was in a bronzer funk, and this just was like, I had a feeling I would really love the formula. Everybody was raving about the formula. Everybody was like bashing the colors, but like I am a green goddess, green goblin. And I appreciate like more ochre green tones. So I had a feeling that this product would work really well for me. Anyway, let's just move right on to the blushes, because I think people are really excited and they're selling out. So I'm gonna do one on one cheek and the other on the other side. Here is the mauve and here is the coral. I think these are beautiful. I was very skeptical at first because I felt like this leaned terracotta, and I don't love orange, red, terracotta on my skin, but I think this has enough brown in it that it makes it look so beautiful on my cheek. And this I was really excited about this one. To me it screamed Golden Sun from Chanel back in the day. That was discontinued, and I loved that shade. And then when I first got it, I put it on and it looked really pink, really rosy on my skin, and I was so disappointed. But the more I play with them, the more I love them. I bought one of these for my mom, but I guess I'll also show swatches between these and like two other blushes that I think that they're similar to. But I'll go ahead, stop talking, be quiet, and just go right in. So I've been using this brush to apply this shade, and I'm just tapping in and then I'm gonna go in on my hand to tap, because I feel like the pan is uneven and it's a pretty deep shade, and when you just go straight onto your skin, it might be a little bit blotchy. So I will tap it. I'm looking over here because I have a mirror there. I guess I'll use this mirror, it's huge. I adore this shade. Sorry, leaning this way because there are windows here, and I might move around soon so you can see in natural light. I think I'm losing some light. And I put it on a little bit darker than I would wear it usually, so it can show up on camera. I love this shade. I've been looking for like a purple color, and I was gonna buy the Dior Rosy Glow and Berry, but then these came out. I think the Dior Rosy Glow and Berry is a little bit cooler toned, more blue based. which is what I wanted to begin with, but this has grown on me. Okay, so the concealer is creasing a bit, but I think it's because I put like 3 layers on the side, 2 on the side. It normally for me doesn't crease, but I'll blend that out and see how it lasts. Okay, that's the mauve shade, and then I'm gonna go in with the coral on this side, and I've been using my Chikuhodo, what brush is this? Cheek brush. And this is a squirrel brush. What I was using before, it was a MAC. I don't know if these are synthetic or natural goat hair. It says 160 SH short handle. I don't know if these are synthetic hairs or if this is like goat hair. Anyway, but I was using a MAC brush on this side. So these apply, and these apply very pigmented. So I don't know if you can see how much picked up on the brush, but they're just so beautiful, both of them. Okay, I feel like I have enough blush on. And I don't know which one I like more. Here is the coral, and then the mauve. And then I will go ahead and show you. So I'm going to compare the coral to the shade In Love. I compared it on my Instagram stories the other day. Let me just double check to see if I have anything else. I guess I'll also compare it to Elegance by Chanel. I don't keep a ton of blushes, so I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I think these are definitely the closest. And both of these old Chanel blushes, the In Love and Elegance, are the older formula. Take these brushes out. Okay, so this is Elegance, this is In Love, and this is the new coral. They're all gonna be different. They kind of are in the same family, so I'll go ahead and swatch the new one. The new ones are so pigmented. Let's see. My swatches are not going to be amazing. I'm so out of practice. But I haven't really seen anyone compare these shades to each other. They're comparing a lot to like newer formulas that are on the market, which is great. But if you're like someone like me who doesn't collect a bunch, and you miss these old formulas from Chanel, I feel like this is pretty helpful. And I'm currently much darker than normal because I've been on summer break and spending time outside with my kids. Okay, so the older formulas from Chanel are definitely more powdery and more sheer, but they never applied like they were always buildable. Actually, it is so similar to Elegance, just a little bit more poppy. This is probably why I love the new ones. Okay, just put these blushes back. Elegance is possibly my favorite blush from Chanel. Okay, so the middle shade is the coral, the new coral from Chanel. The one closest to my wrist is Elegance by Chanel, the old formula, and the one all the way down on the bottom, I really hope I did those swatches right, or like, I hope you can see it. So the bottom one is In Love by Chanel. And so as you can see, the middle one, the new one, is more pigmented. It's a little bit more orangey, but it's still almost coral. Like it's not like straight up orange. Elegance is like the muted version of it, but I will say you're not gonna apply the new shade like in the way it swatches, you know, like you can get it to look like this color, or you can get it to look super pigmented. And then In Love is just a little bit more pinky. Yeah, but Elegance looks like it has more of a white base to it, and then Coral looks like it's like the more intense version of Elegance. But I think they're all pretty similar actually, and I'm so happy because Elegance is discontinued. You can't get it anymore. Actually, the old formulas are just gone anyway, so. But I'm just looking at. And then, so people have been saying that there's no glitter. I would respectfully disagree. There's a little bit, there's not like glitter, but there's definitely like particles of shimmer that you can see on your skin. It's nothing garish. It's nothing like super obvious, but there's definitely a sheen, like a shimmer, and it's like a golden shimmer for the coral shade. For the mauve shade is less noticeable. Like the shimmer on the coral, I could just notice it because it's sort of like a different color from the blush. The mauve color is less noticeable. I can't even say if there is shimmer in the mauve, but I'm sure there is. It's probably closer to the shade that the mauve is anyways. Okay, so that's coral. Let's move on to the mauve color. Okay, I was just trying to check to see if there's anything similar. Okay, so the only thing that I have close to this shade from the mauve shade is Golden Sun by Chanel. And in the pan, you're gonna be like, nope, that's not it. They're different. But I swatched it the other day. They are so similar. Elegance is just a little bit more muted, and I'll swatch it on my right side, my right hand. Elegance is just a little bit more muted, again, more powdery, more sheer. I do feel like they are similar. And again, like Golden Sun is going to be more muted. Like the new color, the new mauve blush is going to be more punchy. Like there's more saturation to these products. And before I even like swatch it super pigmented, I'm going to just do a small sheer swatch to show you guys what I mean. So I did Golden Sun pigmented because it is powdery. This new formula from Chanel is like, I feel like it's a like baked jelly. Anyway, so the top one is Golden Sun, and then the bottom one is the new mauve color. And like, I don't know, tell me they don't look so similar. Golden Sun has more sheen to it. The new one from Chanel, the mauve color, I don't see any shimmer in the mauve. In the coral of the new one, I do see a shimmer. So now I'll do a deeper swatch of the new color. Okay, and now I did a more pigmented swatch. And like, obviously they don't look similar anymore, but most people are not going to wear it at that saturation, at that opacity. So sheared it up just a little bit. But yeah, I'm really happy with these colors because those were my like favorite Chanel blush shades anyway. Yeah, if you if you know of any other comparisons that you think are like spot on, you can drop them in the comments to help anyone else that that are searching for these blushes. Again, I'm not gonna say like you need these. I think they're really pretty, and if I had to choose my favorite, I do think it might be the mauve, and I think that might be already sold out on like Chanel.com. I checked yesterday. Yeah, I will say everything is like, the vibes are dupeable, I'm sure. Like there are so many other like mauve shades, so many other like coral shades, like yeah, you don't need anything, any of this collection. I also did get the lipstick, but it is in my bag. I got the darkest shade, the color Wild, the Cocoa Bloom or something like that, lipstick. It's the darkest one that they came out with. It's really pretty. I'm not well versed in lipstick, but I will say I'm very, very picky, and I just put it on as like a little stain. I don't put it on at its full opacity, and it looks really pretty. It's a little bit hydrating. It lasts like an hour. It's not very long lasting when I put it that sheerly, but I'm not gonna wear it like super pigmented. Anyway, I like it. If you have any other questions, let me know. Also, if you want to know about the skincare I've been using, or comparisons or whatever, drop them in the comments, or you can also DM me on Instagram, and I'll link everything down below. And that's it. I'm not gonna do the rest of my makeup. Usually I don't even do it anyway. I just throw some brow gel on and call it a day. I've been doing like lash lifts at home, and I probably need to do another one, but I've been like skipping mascara too. So thank you for watching. It's been a long one, I think. I feel like I've been talking forever, and I'm happy to say hello. It's been a very, very long time since I've posted a video. I'm sorry that I like ghosted everybody, but you can always find me on my Instagram. I'm there every day, and I respond to my DMs like all the time. If you need any advice, skincare, whatever, you can find me there. All right, thank you. Bye.